guess I have come first time in the entertainment sector. I have been known for my humor. I think it has helped me to come to a section where I don't have truly many competition except that boy who was really rocking. I have been coming here and this is the fourth time I am on this stage. I must thank all those who have loved me and specifically Dhanam, who told that I must come, and I am extremely happy to see the elite of Kochi, and I am going to rock all of you for next maybe 35-40 minutes. If I am boring, please clap loudly, I will stop it. Right. It has gone to the last slide. All secrets known. Power of poverty. Poverty I have spelled as poverty. All those who are born poor are lucky. Because only poor can become rich. Rich only can become poor. And I am very jealous of Modi. Because he is heading a country which is, according to many statistics, poor. And by birth I was demonetized. That means poverty means you don't have money. And I was born in a village. Lucky are those who are born in a village. Because village is a true university. It teaches you no theory, it's all practical. And I had a wonderful time of learning in that village. Today if I am very powerful only because I was born in a village. And I want to tell, there is a saying in Tamil, I tell in English, whichever position you come in your life, just don't forget the path in which you have traveled. So I want to tell all of you the poverty part of it. My parents could not pamper, only rich pamper, poor has no time to pamper. And I want all of you to understand the basis of Dr. Velumani, what made him very powerful. I was unemployed for a pretty longer period. Finally I got a job. Fortunately that company also was closed down. And finally I took the railway Jayanti Janata Express which comes through Kerala, goes through Tamil Nadu and reaches Mumbai. And stayed in VT railway station for 3 nights. And I resigned my BRC government job also fortunately. And finally I am not a pathologist, fortunately. Mind you, when you are successful in life, everything is fortunately. Since I am today successful, I have listed all those things which made me very powerful. I think today MBA people learn first thing what is work-life balance. This is a photograph taken from internet. I can imagine how my mother must have managed 4 children without an income at home. No money at all. Village has no electricity. By the way, I am from Coimbatore, which is just 180 kilometers from here, a small village in Coimbatore. And in that village there was no electricity, and anybody wearing chappals is said to be a rich boy. And if somebody is wearing a full trouser, he is from a royal family. Of course, today in the MG road of Cochin, if somebody is with half trouser, he is said to be very rich. That too, if the trouser is torn, is royal family. I had no luxury of having a dictionary or atlas at my home, and there was a group photograph of 12th standard which was 2 rupees, and I did not have money to buy it. Lucky are those who are born to poor. Success in life is delta. Delta is equal to x2 minus x1. x2 is where you are today, x1 is where you are that day. And if you are poor, your x1 was 0. If your x1 is 0, will you ever worry about loss? Absolutely not. The power of any man comes only when he has no fear of losing. And poverty gives you that confidence. I am going to today talk about what is my earning over the period of my life. 1959 I was born. Obviously as soon as you born you can't make money. But the minute you start walking, you can make money. When I was 6 years old, I went and have done a full day work and I brought 10 paise home. I'm talking about 1965. Then my weight increases, then my capabilities increases, the inflation goes, So by another 6 years period, 7 years period, I reached 1 rupee per day income. I have 2 MBAs. So my life starts in an MBA, that's Coimbatore, and I reached to Mumbai, there is another MBA. I had finished my graduation. By the way, if you want to know why I did a graduation, it was because in the taluka, everybody who is graduate were having a fair looking wife. So I thought I must also have that privilege, so I did a degree. And after doing that degree, 50 interviews I had failed. Everybody was asking only one question, do you have experience? गधे कौन सी कॉलेज में कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी में एक्सपीरियंस मिलती है? Experience is not going to come from the college, you have to give a job. After failing 50 interviews, I felt if I start a company, imagine, if I start a company, I will give only job to freshers, I will not take any experience. And today I have got 1,000 employees. For all of them, I am the first employer, including my general manager. Somebody was telling from Bangalore, a Paragon group, telling that there is no manpower truly available in Cochin, are very costly. MG road is going to be too costly. Go to the remote villages. Pick up people who are freshers, who are HSC pass, SSLC pass, you get enormous. This country has got not less than 25 crore unemployed youth. So that should not be a problem, it depends upon where you are looking at. Then if somebody doesn't ask experience, next question they will ask, can you elaborate about yourself? He's testing my English. English is just a language. English is not knowledge. So in my company, if I get a boy who cannot speak English, we take him inside very fast. And he doesn't go away. Within 6 months or within 2-3 years, he becomes very powerful. So these are two things which I have adopted very different, and that made my journey very interesting. Finally, I got a job in a capsule manufacturing company. What you see here is not euros per hour, INR per month. And the salary was increasing 25 rupees per month, per year. And I was thinking if I get 1,000 rupees, I'll get married. And fortunately, the company is closed down. Otherwise, I might have not got married even today. Then you need to leave Tamil Nadu, soil and culture. You know what is culture? If you don't know truly well, you remember Jallikattu. Right? Entire country was taken to a ransom, right? That's the soil and culture. Parents and siblings, they are in the ration card, and ration card is entire world for all of us. Agreed? Then comes the movies of Rajinikanth, and the songs of S.P. Balasubramaniam was not easy to live. So was that Annapurna Sambar and Rasam. So was that neighbor's daughter's Gajra. So nothing we can live. And then finally I sat in a Jayanti Janata Express and reached VT railway station August 18, 1982. Stayed 3 nights in the railway station. Success in life is delta. Delta is equal to x2 minus x1. X1 was VT railway station. Have I anything to lose? I want all of you to understand the power of poverty. And I had one slide, I have removed it. That slide I show the school in which all boys are sitting down. Let me tell you, agar upar aana hai, to pehla niche baithna hai. If you want to become rich, you have to be poor. Don't tell me you are not poor, what to do. There is no choice, no success in life unless otherwise somebody starts from one end. My income is now growing from 1972, 1 rupee per day, 2 rupees per day, 5 rupees per day. When I reached Mumbai, I had 10 rupees per day income. I got a great job in Baba Atomic Research Center, where everybody who has done a BSc or MSc or a PhD in physics, chemistry, mathematics will be very desperate to join. I got a job. By the way, my doctor, you don't take that I am a medical doctor. I was a mathematician. When I reached there, I was asked a question, where is thyroid? I thought thyroid would be somewhere here. I didn't tell a lie, I told I don't know, and because I answered other questions, I got the job. Mind you, in 1982, I didn't know where thyroid was. In 1992, I finished a PhD in thyroid function test, and in 2002, I ran world's largest thyroid testing laboratory. if you do what you have studied, you will survive. If you do what you have studied, you will survive. And if you do what you have not studied, you will be the leader. And then gazetted officer, my wife was a bank officer, and everything was comfortable. I was 37 years old, my son was 7 years, and the daughter was 5 years. That gives the picture perfect photograph. Every youngster, every youth is, every father, mother, everybody is expecting his son should be as comfortably sitting like this. And comfort zone means danger zone. Anyone who feels he is comfortable, that means he is in danger zone. Please verify. And I asked to myself in Hindi, जीने आया या जीतने आया? अगर जीना है तो कोयम्बतूर में जी सकता था, जीतना है तो रिस्क लेना है. The next one, बड़ा होना है या बुढ़ा होना है? बुढ़ा तो अपने आप हो जाता है. That too in the government service, you become old very fast. I had to take risk, and I decided to take a risk. My mother used to tell me, you are a restless kid. My daughter now tells I am a restless father. And there is a saying in Tamil, I don't know, it must be there in Malayalam. Every Tamil saying in Malayalam is also there, but I'll explain you in Hindi. एक लंबा बाल खींचो, उसमें एक नाट बांधो, एक पहाड़ के ऊपर डालो, खींचो, आया तो पहाड़, गया तो ball. This is entrepreneurship. I invested 2 lakh rupees into this business, my provident fund amount, that was the hack. Today it is an $500 million brand in the National Stock Exchange. That is the Pahad. And I want all of you to understand this very correctly, and you must teach your children, you must teach your employees, everyone, please take risk. What will I lose? I didn't have anything to go with Bombay. I took 500 rupees and I went there. Nothing is there. Closed. Delta is x2 minus x1. So my income is growing. 10 rupees per day, 20, then it reaches 50. When I left BRC, I was having 4,500 rupees salary, and this was around 150 rupees of income per day. I like this photograph. The man doesn't have a leg, but no one can stop him in doing what he wants. That means any entrepreneur is not going to get everything in hand ready. He has to do something to find out how best he can drive his business. In life, either you can discuss or decide. You can't do both. What you must be majority of you doing? Discussing. If you discuss, you can't decide. And if you decide, you need not discuss. You know why? There is nothing known as a right decision. There is a decision, and make it right. There is nothing known as a good job. There is a job, make it good. So I took decisions, and I am very powerful in taking decisions. In 1982, I left home without discussing with my father. I only showed him the ticket. Of course, he warned me, if you go to Bombay, Bal Thackeray is there. But still, I went to Bal Thackeray. All my friends went to Atlanta, US. Today, there is an English-speaking Bal Thackeray there. Trump. In 1986, I got married without discussing with my mother. I'm pretty sure all of you must think it's a love marriage. My father-in-law loved me. Every father who has a marriageable age daughter has to love a boy. And he was chasing me again and again. I thought I'll have a look at the girl and decide whether to marry or not. I looked at the girl. Not really okay. I came back. I sat at home. Next 5 times he visits me. Then I thought I must sit in front of him and tell that I don't want to marry. And when I sat in front of him, his innocent face did not allow me to tell that. So I told him, I want to talk to her for 1 hour. Can you arrange? He arranged. In 1 hour, how many minutes are there? In 60 minutes, 55 minutes, I only talked. And 5 minutes, absolute silence was there. I would decide to get married. If you can find a girl who doesn't talk for 1 full hour, and in 1995, I resigned my job without telling my wife. I went to office, I had enough bank balance, I thought I am getting bored, I must resign, and I resigned and went home. In the evening dinner table, I did not tell her that I have resigned. Night 2 o'clock, she asked me, you have not slept? I said, I have resigned. She was horizontal, Then she became vertical. Absolute silence for another 1 minute. And then she told me, if you don't go to office from tomorrow, I also will not go. Because of the bank job, I resigned. At night 2 o'clock, there is a dumki. In Hindi, it is known as dumki. And if you don't go, I will also not go. Until that time, I was horizontal. Then I became also vertical. Then another 1 minute, I was absolutely silent and I told her, chalo, saath jiyenge, saath marenge. Mind you, we both left the job together. Because I had no fear of losing. When you have no fear of losing, you are the lion. And I want all of you to understand. Why did I have no fear? Because I didn't have an EMI. Want to know what is heaven? Heaven is clutter-free brain, fear-free mind, and EMI-free life. And EMI I have never paid in my life, personal life, nor I have started and today reached a company of $500 million. I have never borrowed from the bank. In fact, my money is with the bank always. I want all of you to understand. The power is when you are frugal. The power is when you are frugal. Then I decided to do thyroid test at 100 rupees. Everybody was doing at 500 rupees. I took a decision 100 rupees. And everybody is doing a cancer test at 3,000 rupees using PET-CT technology. I have decided to do the test only at 10,000 rupees. This is Rajinikanth's way of telling. Yeah, buddy? New word. And Salman Khan also says, if I take a decision once, I myself don't listen to my own decision. I can't change my own decision. So, these were the things I wanted all of you to understand. Decision making, power is very important. I have taken 5 decisions and I have added 5 zeros. You all must be thinking I must have copied him. I took the photograph in March 2016. His movie came in July 2016. Tell me who must have copied whom. The focus here is not the Rajinikanth, the focus here is the thyroid. Thyroid is a 15-gram gland in a 100-kilogram body, and I had seen 1,000 crore in 15 gram of gland. This was those days. Bill Gates did not give windows, and I had to do it on an overhead projector, and this was retained by my wife. When I crossed 1,000 crore value, she brought it, and I cried for a few seconds because I could see 1,000 crore in a small 15-gram gland. Thyroid, it has become now Android. I am the man who has built a brand around a gland. On a punchlines, right? Disruptions. If I had no disruption, I won't be called again and again to Cochin to listen to the story. I didn't know the spelling of entrepreneur. I became an entrepreneur. And I didn't know the spelling of disruption, but today I am looking back and seeing what kind of disruptions I have made. One is lowest cost. Everybody else was doing thyroid test for 500 rupees. Raw material cost 150, floor cost 150, 200 rupees margin, 500 rupees is sold. This is what Adani does, Ambani does, Biani does. Is that clear? But I was the first guy to think, buy the reagent at 150 rupees and sell the services at 100 rupees. So people were quite confused. They told that this man may not be doing the test. But no one knew, if you buy 100 a month, it is 150. If you buy 1,000 a month, it is 120. If you buy 10,000 a month, it is 90. Today I buy 5 million tests, it is 27 rupees. That's my balance sheet. Entire world, India is cheapest in healthcare. In entire India, I am the cheapest. My balance sheet has got 40% EBITDA consistently every year. I want all of you to understand. Business is not pricing high. Business is pricing low. There is no business on this earth has collapsed because they have priced it low. All business collapsed because they could not control the cost. I want all of you to understand the power is to reduce the cost and go to the middle of the bottom of the pyramid. By the way, you can make business either from the customer, make money either from the customer or from the vendor. You can't make it from both. I didn't make money from the customer. I am making money from my vendor. My vendor is a multinational company. Today they give me 75% of the discount in the reagent. Have I not spared the Indians? This is a powerful way of looking at it, and I have done it. Then a franchisee, I'm sure in this business of what all you know, franchisee means something, sharing revenue, sharing pains and pleasures. I was the first guy in medical diagnostic field to think of a franchisee. I said the customer was willing to pay $10. I told my guy, please don't take $10, only take $6. And in $6, you retain $4 and give me $2. He was asking me again, or I should keep or I should give? I said, you keep. From last 20 years, he is unable to sleep and I am peacefully sleeping. I want all of you to understand, the minute you have given and passed on that benefit to the man in front of you, he just can't sleep. And I have made sure this program of 1200 franchises is successful. That is another disruption. Third disruption, the rate is so low, Cochin flies to Bombay, Coimbatore flies to Bombay, Chennai flies to Bombay, Chandigarh comes to Bombay, Delhi comes to Bombay. Can you imagine? Power of pricing. Why do people go to China? 3% less, 5% less. When Mumbai is 60% less, all specimens started coming to Mumbai. That is another disruption. Technology. My web server is oldest in the healthcare industry. I was a mathematics man, so I was very keen to use technology. I've done a McDonald's. McDonald's doesn't do masala dosa. It doesn't do Chinese fried rice. It does only burger. I don't do pathology. I don't do microbiology. I only do biochemistry. If you can see a slice in a business, and if you can focus in that business, you are the most powerful man on this earth. And I'm today very happy. I saw slice. And biochemistry I have focused. Of course I have done a Ola. What is Ola? Until Ola came into the country, taxis were standing for 20 hours and running for 4 hours. Now, taxis are running for 20 hours and standing for 4 hours, right? Until I came into the picture, 1 crore worth thyroid machine was running for 2 hours in a day, 22 hours it was standing. Today it runs 24/7. My laboratory is 4 times bigger than this hall and hundreds of machines are standing and running. Coimbatore spinning mill. I have replicated in the diagnostic industry. And that is the Ola part of it. Focus. Somebody asked me, don't you have competition? I told him, come to the talk, you will listen what is that about competition. There is a Kamal Haasan song, it says, if you see stone, you can't see the God. And if you have seen the God, you can't see the stone. If you are looking at competition, you can't see the opportunity. And if you are looking at the opportunity, you will not see the competition. This is the most powerful way of looking at it. I have focused, hence no competition. How did I focus? I do biochemistry, they do pathology. I do numerical pathology, they do subjective pathology. I am focused on lifestyle disorders, they are focused on infections and diseases. And their patients are acute patients, my patients are chronic patients. Their patients are once patient, my patients are once for all patients. And their patients are horizontal, my patients are vertical and walking. Kabali. There is no competition. 100,000 laboratories are competing with each other and I am just separate only because I could see it in a different way. I am the only mathematician into this industry and I have done it in a different way. That's the night story. We do 50,000 patients a night, every night, same night, before midnight and only in the night. Times of India or Hindu is printed in the day or night? Night. News is collected in the day or night? Day. So my specimens are collected in the day and tested in the night. I did not copy the neighbor. And it is very important, if you copy the neighbor, you will be one more neighbor. And if in fact, if you want to be successful, please find out what is the neighbor is doing. Don't do it. And another method of telling you how to decide whether a decision is right or wrong. Call 10 people who love you the most and tell them your decision. If all of them tell don't do, please do it. And all of them tell please do it, just find out something else. Because in life, only 2 options you have. One is what is easy to do, another is what is right to do. What is easy to do is not right to do, and what is right to do is not easy to do. I just don't know what you will do. But please keep in your mind, everybody will advise you to do what is easy to do. So So it's not a laboratory, it's a factory. 1,000 cities, 1,200 franchises, 5,000 families, 100 staff, 98% are freshers. Mean age is 24. Mean age of your organization is very important for the healthy balance sheet. Want to know how it matters? Please find out mean age of Air India and look at the balance sheet. And you want to compare, look at Indigo and look at the balance sheet. By the way, you will ask, how to keep the employees very young always? Any injection? Let me tell you, every year add 25% in the bottom of the pyramid freshers. The organization will never cross 30. And if the organization has not crossed 30, you have another 25 years of life for that organization. So age of employee is very important. So this is where I started, 200 square feet rented garage in South Mumbai. And today I own 400,000, two such buildings nearby. And I also have another 15 acres of land in Mumbai. Only because I took only 100 rupees per thyroid. That was the boldest decision. And today that becomes the most powerful decision. I disrupted so much. You know today what is happening? BSNL was disrupted by Airtel and Vodafone, right? Now Airtel Vodafone is disrupted by Reliance Jio. I did a Reliance Jio straight. I didn't go step by step. So today people are asking, are you not worried about the competition? Without this rate, thus volume is not possible. Without that volume, this rate is not possible. That's the checkmate in the game. Punchlines, once again I call Rajinikanth to help me. This is the picture, Shivaji the boss. In front of him 20 villains are standing and the villains are asking, Kya Shivaji aaj akele ke phas gaya kya? Shivaji puts his fingers on his takliya and he tells, single tandavaram. So I have written there, be alone and be a lion. Take less to get more. If you take more, you will get less. This is nature, very powerful nature. Don't copy the neighbor, I have already said. Resist temptation. There are only two kinds of people on this earth. One who is successful, other unnecessarily got tempted. So that's the one power of resisting the temptation. Plan to lose. जो खोना चाहता है वो कभी खोता नहीं है, जो खोने से डरता है वो कभी पाता नहीं है. I plan to lose. That's a government job. Lefty, plan to lose. If you want to make $1 billion, please lose $1 billion. Business is a hockey stick. It's not a straight line. And if you don't allow the hockey stick to go down, it will never come up. By the way, today some companies are trying to lose billions to make trillions. Have you noticed that? I don't know how far that is right, but then at least losing $1 million for $1 billion appears to be reasonably acceptable. Yeah, jitao. I think somebody was talking in the final session. The session was telling, you make the team to win. You make the franchisee to win. जो जीतता है, वो शायद हार सकता है. जो जिताता है, वो कभी हारता नहीं है. And I want all of you to keep in your mind, in any business, wherever it is, the employees who should succeed, it is the franchisees who should succeed, it is the distributors who should succeed. You just relax, because once all of them are successful, you are once for all successful. Once again, today, Narendra Modi has won, and that, what is the Shah name? Jitaya. Is that clear? Oh, very powerful when it appears like. So my income grows. It was 100 rupees per day, 200 rupees per day. Finally, it reaches 2,000 rupees per day. Then Modi was very jealous and he demonized it completely. So now I have reached a stage from where I will wonder what is my income likely. But nobody can stop me. What's my name? Velumani. Who said my father is illiterate? He has identified my name correctly and he has kept. And my per day income in 1959 I was born, it was 0. 1965 it was 10 paisa per day. I have added so many zeros. Currently my income is roughly about 1.5 crores a day. It is 5,000 crores every year. The company is growing 25%. That means it is 1.5 crores a day. I think if people are in a hurry to clap, I have put 2 question marks there. It is not read there. I am only 58. Warren Buffett is 88. Another 30 years, count the zeros. I like this photograph a lot because these are all para-Olympians. Challenged, got gold. Blessed, got silver. Lucky are those who are born to poor because poor are challenged by fire. I want all of you to understand. Please give jobs to poor. Don't just employ the one who is rich. Because some boys must be here who will get angry at me. But then that is my wish. Business. Are you doing business? Focus first. If you have not focused, there is nothing that on this earth you can achieve. Get it done. I think somebody was telling in Malayalam. I understood little bit of Malayalam. You must get it done. You will think that you can save a lot of money by doing it yourself. जो काम करता है वो बुढ़ा होता है, जो काम कराता है वो बड़ा होता है. I want all of you to understand that point. Whenever a man sits for an interview in front of me, I see 2 crores in him. 1 crore is his, another crore is mine. Chalo andar. I keep on taking people, and I want all of people to understand that romance with risk, not ulta. Romance with risk. Find a risk worth romancing and romance. And if you have not romanced with the risk, you have not lived a life. Life is not too many times comes. Ek hi baar aata hai. Don't tell that kaya piya mar gaya. You have to have some story to tell, and you have to take a risk and romance with this. Practice not to preach. Today's employees are not going to be listening to you. They will only follow you. And you need to have the courage to practice. Learn storytelling. I'm pretty sure no one is on WhatsApp in this room. That means I'm telling a wonderful story. If you have a story, and if you can be a good storyteller, you don't have to pay salaries. People will work without salaries also. Focus on IT, HR, logistics. These 3 words are not known to my college professor. IT, there was no computer, so he can't know. Logistics, I don't think even this retail business knows what is fully about logistics. It's a big challenge. Agreed? And HR, no one will know ever. So these are the 3 most challenging things which people need to focus on. Price low as possible. Use technologies without which you can't scale up. Be frugal. Want to understand what is frugality? If you spend because you want to spend, it is frugality. If you spend because of your neighbor is watching, it's stupidity. And I want all of you to understand, frugality made me never to buy as an individual. Frugality made sure I never borrowed, and frugality made this business very powerful. Work on stamina. जिसके पास stamina होता है, वो न बाप से डरता या बास से डरता. I want all of you to understand, the most powerful word today is stamina. If the mother-in-law has the stamina, daughter-in-law is scared. And if the daughter-in-law has the stamina, the mother-in-law is scared. As the stamina is the only thing, not the key with whom it is. Perfect discipline. Without discipline, nobody is a leader. And of course, you have to maintain T. Trust, truth, and transparency. Without these 3 things, even the spouse will not be with you for too long. So these 3 words make it a very powerful journey. Know and do. Do after knowing what you are doing. Create jobs, not just money. I think making money after reaching 10 crore, you will not have a usage for money. But if you keep on creating jobs, the smile I think somebody said again, you are creating jobs for the families and where from the man is hailing, and that's the greatest service. Work for value and not for profits. My company today has only 250 crores of turnover. Its market cap is 4,000 crore. That means the company's value is too high and the profits are too low. And if you are focused on profit, probably you cannot see the value. Invest more, spend less. Plenty of individuals don't know when this money goes out, whether it's an investment or an expenditure. Any individual who invests more and spends less is going to be very powerful. Neighbor is the biggest enemy. I want all of you to keep an eye on it. उसकी साड़ी मेरी साड़ी से सफेद क्यों? उसकी गाड़ी मेरी गाड़ी से लंबी क्यों? और उसकी दाढ़ी मेरी दाढ़ी से काला क्यों? So these are all the comparisons, and I want all of you to understand that EMI is hell. Don't just get into an EMI if possible. Love music, not food. Food changes your size, music doesn't change your size. All what goes wrong within the body is only because of this 15-gram tongue. The entire body is an asset. This is the only liability. Please take care of that. Burned calories and not salaries. My own dialogue, no director has written. Burned calories and not salaries. Look at the number of gallons of petrol sold in a country and number of diabetes in the country. It's a straight line. Look at the number of cars in Cochin and look at the number of heart attacks in hospitals of Cochin. It's a straight line. I want all of you to understand. We are doing a few things wrong. We need to correct it. 4 words I want you people to take home. Focus, learn, grow, enjoy. Please don't change the order. This condition I have to put because the last word is very tempting, right? People will start with the ulta. There are plenty of your parents here. I want to tell you my success is because of my parents. Not because they did something to me, because they did not do anything to me. Right? Leave the parents all alone. Sorry, children all alone, they will be very powerful. My parents only parented, did not pamper. Who will have no time to pamper? Rich has no other job other than pampering. Please take care of it. 95% of the time, children are spoiled before they become adults. Underfeed, don't overfeed. Because you have too much of income, don't wait when he will open the mouth. I have seen plenty of, especially grandmothers, allowed to think. Don't force them to score. Scoring is not going to help. Thinking is going to help. That's why I have written there, work on megahertz, not on megabytes. Megabytes is memory. Achar daloge, memory reke. Megahertz is very important. Pains are must for a child. Life has 2 innings, 35 first innings, 35 second innings. If first innings is all pleasure, second innings will be all pain. And if first innings is all pain, second innings will be all pleasures. I am not telling go and take a pin and poke him. Nature gives enough pains. Allow him to undergo and learn from pains. And it's very important, people are not allowing. Teach to create, not to consume. There is a song of MGR 1965 or 1969. I don't know how many of you will know the Tamil song. Song says, of course, song says, எந்த குழந்தையும் நல்ல குழந்தைதான் மண்ணில் பிறக்கையிலே அவர் நல்லவர் ஆவதும் தீயவர் ஆவதும் அன்னை வளர்ப்பதில்லை. All children by birth are creators, and if they become consumers, it is because of the parents. And I want all of you to understand and take this point. This slide is my social service. I have told it in every meeting where I have gone, because I am today powerful only because of my parents. This is my last but one slide. In the year 2009, people come to me for asking valuation. If you go to their table, valuation is half. If they come to your table, valuation is double. Is that clear? So my company was worth 200 crore. People came to me. I thought I will tell 400 crore, and I told 400 crore. No Excel sheet, no financial advisor, no nothing. I just told them it is 400 crore. They were about to sip the coffee. They kept the coffee down and they went away. I didn't call them back. After 6 months, again they came. This time, I told 500 crore. Before the coffee came, they went away. After 6 more months, they come. I thought I will not waste coffee. I straight away told 600. They said, we have brought the stamp paper. We can close the deal. Mind you, the minute you refuse, the valuation shoots like anything. And I got diluted my company at 600 crore. And I was thinking, great achievement, because who will give for a man who was working in a government for 5,000 rupees salary, an amount of 600 crore valuation. Within another 15 months, one more investor comes. Now this investor is not going to spare me. I don't want to give him any stock. So I told, just 15 months back it was 600. We will tell 800. Then I thought at 800, this man, crazy people, they may buy it. Let me tell 1,000. So I have decided in my heart it should be 1,000, and when it came through my lips, it became 1,200. Feel that? That is the power of, one thing, if your biryani is not good, funding cannot make it as a big business. First, make a quality biryani. Even without funding, the business will go. Very often, the startups are stuck up without making a proper biryani. So, value was 1,200. Then, first man has to go out. We had to do an IPO. I thought 600 he came in. 1,800 if he goes. There is a 3 times in 5 years. He should be fair. But the market was demanding it for 2,400. So, in 2016, we came for an IPO at 2,400. And mind you, first time after 9 years, a script got 75 times subscribed. I was having a problem of 3 vans standing below my building for interview. CNBC, ET Now, NDTV. Now I don't know who I should talk first because they are fighting among themselves. Lucky are those who are born to poor. And VT railway station was my starting point. Now, 2,400, and then 8 days back, 9 days back, when it got listed, I got listed at 3,300, and today the stock is at 3,800 crore. And this journey is the most rewarding journey. And I must tell you, recently, Business World have studied who are the richest Indians, and my number is 149. I am 149 richest Indian in this country, which is a shock to me. I went with only a 500 rupees to Mumbai. But there is a twist in this story. I want to tell this twist what it was. On the day when IPO was over, we were all celebrating, and suddenly I received a lawyer notice. And the lawyer notice tells, you have cheated me. And I am the party number 1, then SEBI party number 2, stock exchange party number 3, merchant bankers. But party number 1, it says I have cheated. I have cheated because he came at 3 o'clock to submit his bid and the computer was hanging. Now 8 lakh applications, computer has to hang. I didn't know what to do. I slept. Next day also I slept. Third day I received a summons from High Court of Mumbai. If you don't come, this IPO will be stayed. I had a stress. I went to the court. And I stood in front of the judge. The judge asked me a question. Do you have an objection in taking this money? Their job is to find out where Vijay Mallaya is and take the money back. Look at it. He wants us to take money. I said I don't have an objection. And judge just passes an order, please accept this money. The amount was 350 crores and the client was Kotak Mahindra Bank. Mind you, that High Court is only 500 meters away from that VT railway station. 35 years back, I was sleeping there without money, and I don't know what this judge was doing that time. Now he is asking me to take 350 crores. Jabardast. So that is the way in which it had gone. And I want to tell you about 2 things about my family. I have a son and a daughter. And my daughter one day asked me a question. She was 21 years of age. Daddy, are you rich? I said, I am rich. Very rich? Yes, I am very rich. What are you going to do with the money? I said, I thought I am a Bill Gates and I am everybody. I told them I will give it to the society. So my daughter asked me a question. Are you not an idiot? Looting from the patient and giving to the society. Your job is loot from the society and give it to the patient. Oh, completely shattered. Entire night I did not sleep. Next day morning, I took a decision. 100 rupees I don't need for thyroid testing. $2 I don't need for thyroid testing. I want only $1. Mind you, boldest decision in the industry where single decision reduces 10 crores PAT, not EBITDA, PAT. And I took that decision. Everybody shouted at me. Everybody yelled at me. And एक बार मैं decision लेता हूँ खुद का भी मैं नहीं सुनता हूँ. Mind you, the profits have gone up another 15-20%. Pricing power. If you reduce the rate in a services industry, as long as you can manage it, the profits jump up. IPO story is because my daughter asked me one night one question, and that question has helped me to do something which was a new learning for me. Another thing, I have a son. He was not focused in 12th standard. I was a bit worried. So me, my wife, my son and my daughter all were sitting, and I told my son, look, my grandfather was very rich. Because my grandfather was very rich, my father became very poor. Then my father was very poor, because of which I became very rich. Now I am worried about you. So he was knowing where I am exactly hinting. He kept 1 minute silence and he told me, Daddy, I am very happy because my son will be very rich. Right. I have only one slide on which I won't be able to talk. I give you guys to read for 10 seconds. So that's the last for me. I lost my wife. She died for a pancreatic cancer. Just 5 months before my IPO, she had come to know that she had a pancreatic cancer. If the doctor had come out of this operation theatre and told me, write a check for 1,000 crore, I might have given, but just could not do anything. The most powerful lady one can imagine, she did all what I did. She also did what I did not do. And she has been the powerful person behind the successful story of ThyroCare. For ThyroCare, I have given only the sperms. She has mothered it. I want all of you to salute her. And exactly 2 years back, exactly where this lady is sitting, my wife was sitting and I was talking in the same stage. You call me every number of time, I will come here. I will be seeing my wife there. Thank you very much. God bless you.